This video is so weird because I literally have nothing to show you. It's fine. Hello, Happy New Year. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back. If you're not, my name's Becky. We predominantly make things on this channel. Sometimes I talk about disability, sometimes I talk about more sustainable fashion and vintage style. Welcome. If that sounds like your kind of thing, please feel free to subscribe. If you enjoy this video or you find it really sad, because that is a possibility, then those ones, please. Right, so this feels like a video I have to get out of the way before I start talking to you about what I will be doing. And it feels really weird because I have literally nothing to show you. I mean, I might have a few clips, maybe, but normally I'd be like, here's my progress, here's what I've been working on. And as some of you will know, I was planning to be working on some Edwardian combinations, you know, like a vest and some shorts that are an all-in-one to go under a corset. This fool of a Turk is not doing that. It doesn't feel fine right now. It kind of hurts and makes me feel a little bit sick inside, but it will be. Oh, when was the last time I saw you? Probably October, and then things kind of dropped off a cliff. Now, there are lots of cautionary tales that happen that are told around Christmas, New Year's time. And this is very much a cautionary tale for sewists. When I was little, I was quite good at leaving things in silly places, just putting them down and walking off. At school, it always used to be in my pencil case, and I didn't understand how I'd keep losing this pencil case full of, you know, pencils, pens, sharpeners, rulers. It drove my parents mad. And I used to get really upset about it. I just either would put it down or it would fall out of my bag. You know, I'd get distracted. Wherever there is, I never found them again. And that has happened with a sewing project. Now, those of you that follow me on Instagram will know that I set the intention and announced that I was going to be making some Edwardian combinations. I was using fabric I already had, you know, plain white. I had it out of got my chest just here. My assistant has decided to join us, and I think I'm going to have to kick him off because there's both plastic and ribbon on this table, which are two of his favourite things. And I'd made the pattern, I'd made the mock-up, I'd started cutting out the pieces, I'd put on the insertion lace. With this insertion lace, I did not need to sew the side seam, did I? But also with this insertion lace, I'm going to have to cut up the side seam around the kind of scallops to create that sort of see-through bit, and that scares me. And the point I'd got to, bear in mind this was all hand sewing, was that I'd sewn together the back of the shorts, the whole of the top part of the combinations that goes around here, and I was inserting insertion lace, and this lace had scalloped edges, so I was having to do a tiny rolled hem going all the way around, and this lace was vintage, beautiful roses. I think I'd inserted about 1 metre of it down the sides of the shorts and then the top front of the bodice. And I put it in a paper bag. It was a Savers bag, so it was a brown bag with a blue band, and I put it in there because obviously it's white. I wanted to keep it clean, wanted to keep everything together. I wanted to keep the needles away from the cats. So the needle was tucked in and it was all going swimmingly. I was thinking, oh my god, I never want to do this again. Hand sewing these tiny little rolled hems, and I've lost it. I've looked everywhere. I've looked in places that would make no sense. I've looked on top of things, I've looked in things. I've been to my parents and had a look there because I know I took it there at one point. I've scrolled through my phone to see if I could find the last known location of this thing. It's gone. It's just gone. I lost it in, I want to say November, and I haven't done any sewing since. I've been a little bit heartbroken, and it feels just like I am 10 years old again and I've left my pencil case somewhere. I can't find it. And so I lost about 20 hours of hand sewing in a paper bag, and my money is on it went in the bin. I think it ended up in the recycling bin. I don't know, would you carry on looking? Like, I don't know whether to harbour some hope that one day it's just going to appear, or whether to just move on. I feel like I need to move on and maybe come back to it when I'm feeling emotionally ready. I just wanted to let everyone know, really, because I know that I said I would be doing this thing, and I like to keep myself accountable and stick to what I say I'm going to do, but I can't because it's just gone. There's two things here. One, don't put your sewing in something that looks like a trash bag. I think I need to buy myself or find a specific sewing transport bag that has my project in it that I will not mistake, or no one else will mistake, for recycling. And then I guess the second one is not beating myself up for it. Like, it was a silly thing, it's a silly thing to have happened, but I never would have intended for that to happen. I put it somewhere I thought was safe, and it turns out that things are not always safe where you put them. And sometimes the universe just goes, you're not doing that now. Goodbye. Off over there. See you never. And if this has happened to you, I am so sorry, because it's gutting, especially when you take all the time and you sit there and, you know, this was going to be my second proper historic garment. I've made a men's shirt previously, and so now I have to kind of I just have to let it go. If it ever turned up, in fact, let me know in the comments, because I don't know, it could magically reappear one day, but I'm not holding my breath. So with that out of the way, the next video on this channel will hopefully be me talking you through what I'm doing this year. And I've got a couple of things in the works, in the pipeline, and then I just need to have a little think about everything else that I would like to do. But yes, that's why you haven't seen any sewing from me for a little while. I'm gutted. I'll get over it. Maybe one day I'll make combinations. It's not going to be anytime soon. And one thing I did learn from that project in the short time that we were together is that hand sewing scalloped insertion legs is a nightmare. I hope you're having a good start to 2023. I hope you haven't had any disasters like I've had, and I look forward to hearing and watching everyone's kind of videos and reading their comments about what they're going to be working on this year. Happy New Year, happy sewing. I will see you hopefully with some better news progress later in January.